yet. We are excited to welcome Linda Passeri, who is the Springfield Regional Arts Council Artist of the Month Spotlight. Linda, it's so great to have you.
Good to have you too.
Okay, so you are the, Artist of the Month Spotlight. So
I didn't know that.
Well, you are. Surprise.
Surprise. Okay, so tell us about your, involvement with the Springfield Regional Arts Council and then getting this spotlight.
Well, I've been a member of the Arts Council for 10 years probably, and Arts Fest is like the event that is the crowning jewel of the year for us artists in Springfield, us regional artists. So the Arts Council is as artists, it's our organization to support us, and of course we support them in return.
Yeah.
And they're very good about supporting us in business and helping us along the way and giving us pointers and putting us all together in different events so that we can network with each other, which is very important.
I love that.
And we're looking at some of your art on the screen as well. And Arts Fest is coming up in just a couple weeks, which we're so excited about. So excited. Tell us about your art and your inspiration behind it.
Well, my inspiration around to this body of work starts actually with Art Nouveau vintage jewelry. And so I will find a piece of vintage jewelry like this crown piece, and then I will work around that to create, and I love Art Nouveau, and so the borders sometimes come first because I really like Art Nouveau inspired borders. And then the color, of course, I pick a palette that I want to work with. And inspiration from there just kind of is fluid, and it works as I'm working. I decide on the subject, but then I could change. And
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
like when you start, because to me, I would be like, you have this idea, but can it change? Like you start and you think you have something and it totally is something different?
This is just paint. Paint is the easiest thing to change, just like when you're doing a house. You paint a room one color, or you decide what to do, and then you think, it's not exactly the tone I want. So paint is easy to change. I work all in acrylic paint, and it's easy enough to change if I want to. This painting in particular, I had entered in an exhibition in Joplin, and I kind of hurried to get it done. And then the whole time it was gone, I thought, there's things I wanted to do to that just wasn't settled in my mind. So when I got it back, I painted another 3 weeks on it and made some subtle changes. Now, most people wouldn't notice the change, but I noticed it. And I'm happy with it now. So
you feel calm now that it's done.
And this one is the inspiration for this one was the two birds was we can fly. And so together we can fly, And so this is more of a piece of that denotes support and, togetherness.
I love that.
Do you title every piece of art that you make?
Yes, I title them, but I usually title them after, not before.
Yeah.
Because I kind of get the feeling as I'm painting what the feeling would be, with the exception of the moon. That's called Julie's Moon, and a very good friend of mine who helped me on my all of my public art. And there's a couple of examples of my public art down there. She helped me on all of those pieces. She wasn't a painter, but she was great support. And she recently passed away, and as she was ill, I painted that moon, and it's the representation of her energy being redistributed and
Redistributed?
Thank you.
There we go. I was thinking of it too. I couldn't even think how to say it.
I know. I was like,
what?
Into the universe. So this is Julie's Moon. And that's my painting for my friend.
I love that you love color.
I do love color.
You could tell you love color.
Yes. And so Art Nouveau is one of my favorite styles, but the color palette for traditional Art Nouveau is very muted. It's very mid-century modern, muted colors. I feel like the vibrant colors of 60s poster art, which is also my other inspiration. So I mash those kind of two together, and I like the composition of Art Nouveau, but I love the color of the 60s poster art.
Okay, speaking of the 60s, I could see, like that beautiful face of the woman, I could see that being an album cover. People had vinyls, and you would buy an album because of the cover, because it was so collectible.
Yeah.
But it's just so beautiful, you could see something like that,
Well, thank you.
That's so beautiful.
So you mentioned Art Fest?
Arts Fest.
Arts Fest, okay.
Arts Fest on Walnut Street.
Yes. So with that coming up, are you going to be there and
I
can
will.
people buy?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. I will. This will be my 5th year doing Arts Fest. I'm generally towards the front on the north side of the street. We haven't got our booth assignments yet, but I have a feeling I might be around in the same spot. And so all of these paintings will be available. These are originals. I also have paper reproductions so people can buy paper prints.
Awesome.
And then I have these small pieces. These are my resin pieces. And I have a nice selection of those for people who want to make a collection, or if you just have a small space. Or I also call these bookshelf art because, as you can see, they'll just stand on a desk or on a
Yep.
bookshelf.
Well, thank you so much. It's so good to see
Thank
you.
you, Linda.
We'll see you at Arts Fest on Walnut. So excited to showcase your art. Thank you so much. And go buy an original piece, guys. All right, guys, we'll be back with our Farmer Went to Wife recap right after this.
Thank you.
Love it. So gorgeous. Yeah, I like it.